Hey, welcome back! As you guys can see, this week's video is brought to you by sharing germs, the most fun part of college! Welcome back to Kailey's Chronicles. What do you do when you're sick? Audition season is coming to a close, and clearly this is the best time to sit down and think about all the big decisions that need to be made. Seriously, whoever invented unpoppable bubble wrap, we need to talk. I don't know about you, but thinking about all the things I want to accomplish and get done after I graduate makes me about as anxious as hearing the tornado siren for the first time in Indiana. I swear it's the apocalypse every time I hear that noise. But no matter how anxious I feel, I always have this thing where I love to organize things. So I thought I would show you my decision-making process for my post-graduation ideas, just in case there's a few of you out there who are facing the same thing. First, I just wanted to say that after graduation, you don't have to go directly onto a graduate program. I know it might feel like if you get off that train, you're never going to catch up and get back on again, and it'll just pile up and... But no, a gap year can be really good, and I've taken one before. The trick to a great gap year is to surround yourself with really inspiring and motivating people so that you can keep practicing and keep reminding yourself why you're doing what you're doing. It might also give you a chance to say yes to opportunities that you might not have had time for when you're in an academic program. But let's say you do decide to go back to school. How do you know which school to pick? I like to start with deciding factors that sort of make the decision for you, like finances. What is your budget for your degree? Are there scholarships or grants that you can apply for, and what are your chances of getting those? How much is housing or just living in the town you're going to? And what kind of jobs are available to you? Remember that as an international student, work can be more complicated and involve more paperwork or just be not an option at all outside of the school. Once you've done that research, you should probably be able to narrow down your choices to just a few schools. Then I would think about your teacher. They're going to be a huge guiding force in your development over the next few years. Hopefully you've had a chance to have a lesson maybe on your audition weekend and get to know the teacher a little bit. And if not, maybe you can talk to their students and see what they think of the teacher. Do you like their teaching style? Do you like how they communicate with you? Some teachers are around once a month and others once a week. It really depends on their schedule, so know what works best for you. I also like to get a chance to meet the teacher's studio. Sometimes over audition weekends they have meet and greets, or there are other opportunities to meet the other students. You're going to be spending quite a bit of time with these students, and it's nice to know that you have a supportive environment to be learning in. The next thing I like to consider are playing opportunities. Is there an orchestra? Are there chamber groups? Are there gigs outside of school that you could participate in? Is there a chance that you can get together concerts on your own and still use the school resources? And lastly, it's always good to look at the resources of the school itself. Does it have a good library? What are the practice room facilities like? Do they have good concert halls? Do they have any extra special amenities like recording studios? I know making big decisions is stressful, and it's hard because there's really no right answer. I do find when I'm getting overwhelmed, it's just easier to write everything down. You know, spend some quality time with the thought troll. Write down all the thought troll's worries and then address each of them logically. Like, I'm just not sure if they're gonna have the same kind of place to sharpen the swords. Like, I just don't know how I'm gonna keep you motivated if I can't get a sharp sword there at this new school. So I mean, that's a big concern. I mean, you should really underline that one. I like remembering the joke. 3 frogs are sitting on a lily pad and one decides to jump. How many frogs are left? Ribbit. 3. Making a decision is actually a very safe thing you can do because it's not actually doing it. You can make a decision and then change your mind and do something else. So the act of list making and making the decision isn't actually something you should be afraid of. And at the end of the day, you just have to jump and trust yourself that you are a strong enough person to handle whatever is going to be coming your way. Anyway, I hope this video was at least a little helpful to all you guys out there facing the big decisions. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys do to organize your thoughts? Before I leave, I also wanted to mention some housekeeping. In my past videos, I talked about some of Judy Tolling's great books, like The Weapons of Rhetoric. I was on Amazon the other day and I saw they were selling The Weapons of Rhetoric for like $200. Of course, you can always go to your local library, but in case you're interested in getting the book, I just thought I would share a few other resources for you. I'm not sponsored by anything, I just don't want you going out there thinking that I'm promoting a book that costs $200. For Judy's books, one option is to go directly to the publisher's website, Corda Music. I can put a link below. And for other books, even non-music and out-of-print books, there's this really great website called Abe Books, which I can also put a link below. And they have usually pretty reasonable prices, and there's different rates, and you can also get them secondhand. Anyway, I hope that helps you guys out, and I hope none of you went out and saw these really outrageous prices. I noticed there's some that are in the thousands of dollars for some early music books. I don't really understand why that's happening. Maybe someone can let me know in the comments, because I'd really like to know. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget, stay hip. Blah blah. It's not because I'm not strong enough. Go down it, narrowed love. Right answer. Thank you.